Here we go then. Vegas Pool's going to be recording a live reaction here, starting in about 20 seconds. Hopefully this isn't actually too loud for everybody. I'm going to actually turn it down just a little bit, and I'll relay any information that obviously comes across. But really excited to see what happens. Let's get into the show.
In this open bracket, they travel from all around the world, and well, now we get to see their story. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, that's for sure. But
draw the groups, Ben.
Let's get to it. Of course, the resident pool drawer now. This is a guy. He was just so good for channels. We thought, hell, do it again. It's his duty.
Now I'm really interested.
How today's draw show is going to work.
Okay, so they've already put them in pools. So I think it doesn't matter if you're in pot B. I think you're happy with any of those. The way that online is going right now.
All the teams that we know that are going to be drawn in. I'm excited with that potential. Maybe Optic gaming.
Because pot B is stronger than pot A.
Put Optic in A,
I would say personally.
And I think there's a ton of storylines there. You have.
I want to see some good pools. This is all on you. You guys ready? I'm ready.
I'm excited.
So we're going into D, are we?
Yeah.
So D is Splice. This is going into Splice's group.
Last time they said I was looking down, so I'm looking to the sky. I have to look down now.
So this team, of course,
they're gonna think I rigged it, man. They're just gonna.
Optic into Splice's group then.
But
and don't play off Splice though, right? Like this is a team they have sure now. Yeah,
He's alright. Don't play them out.
There's so many.
Do not count Splice out in this group. 100%.
Who's been performing well?
Got another one, boys.
So where's this one going?
Oh boy. Team and
Get it the right way, Ants. Envy. Okay. I think. So they go into phase.
So world champs.
that's a good team, that is for sure. So they will go into FaZe Clan's pool here.
I think both teams are happy with that.
Is you heard a lot of rumors coming into the season of Hook almost going to FaZe the year he had.
Yeah, 100%. I think both teams are actually alright with that. FaZe look decent. Envy have looked decent. I mean, out of anybody you could have pooled in pot B, you'd argue Envy are one of the teams you want to pull.
Go ahead.
So this is going into Luminosity's group. It's Red Reserve.
You haven't stopped talking about Luminosity.
It's Red Reserve. There it is.
Red Reserve.
That's Joe Banks weighted Scraps and Zero, a European God Squad. If you
They'll take that.
This is their chance, man. Like this is it. They got.
You'll take that.
Wanted in advance. I mean, Red Reserve up against.
I think you'd rather go in against LG than you would go in against 100 Thieves.
Together yet.
We are honestly talking about LG's #1 fan here.
The biggest thing for Luminosity is they are lucky they have 3 more weeks to the event to practice. Big believer in gunless.
All right, so that means
That's really probably still having nightmares. Of course,
And there's only one left.
There's only one left, so just for the sake of it.
That was hard to hope.
so E.
All right.
I was talking about him going to the gym in the off season, but clearly not. So E United going into 100 Thieves. Now I don't think anybody apart from Splice is actually that bothered about them. I think realistically, you look at those teams and you think
They have been playing very well. They've been getting the
United look pretty good, 100 Thieves look pretty good. They'll be happy with that. Red will be happy to go in LG because it's not.
Nobody's even really been.
I mean, who did you not want to go into with that pool A? I think Red will be relatively happy.
I mean, they drop fellow, they pick up J-Cap.
I think everyone will be happy apart from Splice. They'll be a little like, because Optic have looked so good online, but we'll soon see.
Paying off because
It's gonna be if they can get that chance.
it's just tough. They have to go up against 100 Thieves, which we really haven't touched on.
And another thing actually to note, even though they get Luminosity Red Reserve, these two top teams, so A and B, get the losers that come in from the play-in.
About what happened the first time.
That's true.
So that's some effect.
Now we're back at drawing into Pool A.
Back into Pool A, okay.
And the first team that is drawn is Reciprocity.
Ooh, that's a good group.
Zed, Den, Shawnee, Tommy, and Wuskin. Another one of those teams show that you were talking about region locks. An Australian coming across. It's going to be Den.
That's a good group. A looks quite tasty already.
Team shaping up.
Yeah, if you remember Unilad from last year, you know, along with Zed, Wuskin, Alex, they don't have Alex.
I think for me, they were probably the best team in Pool C. I'm saying that under full bias as well.
There's a ton of talent. They have
But they do have they've got a lot of talent in that team.
EU8, so it doesn't have.
I actually like the risk that this team took adding a Australian player to their team. I personally think that Dins was the best player in Europe. Some people say Shocks.
Yeah.
I think
Europe?
Australia. Sorry. I think Dins is amazing.
I don't
So
think.
adding this, I think
gotta stop.
I think this team's gonna surprise people.
I mean, I just don't like their formula. I don't like Tommy and Weskin on the same team. I think both of them are a little bit too slow, and this game's pretty fast, to be honest.
Tommy's not slow. Tommy is not slow.
Well, we'll wait and see.
No.
Of course, Vegas will be around the corner, but
I'd say you're wrong on that one.
keep it going here, Nameless. You've done a fantastic job so far.
Yeah, great form.
Really sensational form.
I've been practicing.
Yes,
So this is going into Red Reserve's group
Okay.
with LG.
All right, so it's
Ooh, okay.
Geniuses heading into Pool B. That's Fellow Saints, Gunjar, Exotic, and Royalty.
It's not a bad team.
A lot of drama around a lot of
Pipe down, Joe.
This is that won the world championship just a couple of months ago. That team went in.
I think you're Red Reserve. You're happy with your group so far. You really are.
It's kind of like the best Royalty. I think if Goon can go back to that.
Reciprocity got a tough group, actually. 100 Thieves and EU are both very, very strong, but Reciprocity aren't bad at all.
Next guy, everyone wanted on their team.
Almost saying that would they rather have went in with. I think
One thing about this team that's just
you want to go anywhere. You want to go into phase and envy there.
they all have the beamer. Like they can all shoot really straight, and then you.
It is a good group so far. Very, very good.
Finally, you're up to his kind of skill level.
It's good to see.
I think Red will be happy with theirs, though, as said.
Because obviously he kind of broke out during the advanced.
Now it's going to be G2 or Team Mad Cat going into phase in Envy's group in Group C, and then the other will obviously go into D with Splice and Optic.
A lot of talent.
And the next team is Team Mad Cat.
All right, Team Mad Cat.
All right, they got to be happy with that. Got to be happy with that. That's a good pull for them.
Alex and Dave, I think
Envy and phase, that's all right.
it's hard really to even see them maybe making an upset. For me at least, I know it may seem very, very harsh, but
I think if you were to be put in any one of those groups for the first two teams that were pulled, you want to be put in with Envy and
I
phase.
really know what to expect.
I mean, it feels like the stars of Europe don't believe in them anymore. I think that's why it was such slim pickings for them. And we'll just have to
I think he's right, but
maybe getting Dave.
yeah.
Epsilon.
I think Pac-Man is right there. Dave has looked very good online so far for this team whenever I've seen them play, so let's see.
That's what it felt like, right?
lot
Forever.
The shiny light.
Him and Petey, I think that submachine gun duo could be dangerous.
And then the very last team.
G2 going to Splice and Optic. So that'll be it.
Over towards Pool D. That's
Okay, so we finished watching the pool play draw, and now we have our pools for Vegas. I'm very excited. Let's just bring them up. So, Pool A. I'll bring this up on screen as well. Pool A is 100 Thieves, E United, Team Reciprocity, then a playing team and an open bracket team, of course, when we find them. Pool B is Luminosity, Red Reserve, Evil Geniuses, playing team, open bracket team when they get there. Pool C, FaZe Clan, Team Envy, Team Mad Cat, and a very interesting group, playing team and open bracket team to join. And Pool D, Splice, Optic Gaming, and G2 Esports, and of course the playing team and the open bracket team. First and foremost, let's go through Pool A. This, for me, is the pool of death. I would say that this is the strongest pool because I think Reciprocity are going to be a very good team. E United and 100 Thieves have looked pretty good online. 100 Thieves have had their issues. E United, though, have looked solid. So it's really hard to judge off online, but basing it off the rosters that we see, you would have expected 100 Thieves to maybe look a little bit better. On land, though, I expect them to be very, very good. Now, it comes down to E United and Team Reciprocity in second, third. I think it's going to be difficult for Reciprocity to win either one of those games, but they're going to be a team who's going to put up big, big fights to these two teams. Neither 100 Thieves or E United will be happy the fact that Reciprocity are in there because they could have had Team Mad Cat, G2 Esports, or Evil Geniuses. You'd argue that Team Reciprocity are the best team in Pool C on paper for me, but I mean, I am European, so I'm probably being biased. But realistically, I think Pool A is definitely the pool of death. Moving on to Pool B, which I think if A isn't the pool of death, this one is. Luminosity, Red Reserve, and Evil Geniuses. Now, Luminosity haven't looked great. Joe said it. They've looked a little bit shaky, and it's a team full of talent, but I think Red Reserve coming into this group, they'll be happy to go up against Luminosity. And Evil Geniuses coming into that, it's a completely different team from that team that won the World Champs in August. I think Red Reserve are happy with this group from a European perspective. I'm happy for Red Reserve to be in that one as well. I think realistically they could top that group. It just depends what Luminosity we get. I said, the guys on the desk said it as well. Dropping J-Cap for me was not a wise move. So let's see how they do. But for me, Red Reserve are my favourites in that one. I just don't know what to expect from Luminosity. But I think this is probably time to touch on something else that they said, was that we haven't seen any teams in Europe go up against teams in North America. So for all we know, the teams in Europe could be above and beyond, but they could also be so far behind. So we really just don't know. Those guys are probably going to be over there within the next week or so, going to start scrimming against these American teams. I think all their visas are sorted now from Red Reserve and Reciprocity, so we'll find out then. I'm sure we will. Let's move on to Pool C, which for me I think is probably the weakest pool, but a pretty tight one as well. Looking at it from the outset, FaZe Clan, Envy, and Team Mad Cat. Now, Team Mad Cat going into this one, haven't had the best performances online, but you don't want to say anything about that. I said it's online, you don't know what to take from it. But then you look at the talent on that roster, they have potential to do something here. FaZe Clan have looked all right online, bringing in methods. They've done okay. And Envy have looked pretty good as well. But realistically, I don't think I'd be looking at them and thinking they're two of the scariest teams in the game. I think for Team Mad Cat, that's not a bad group at all. You could have been good up against Splice or Optic or 100 Thieves United or Luminosity Red. FaZe Clan, Team Envy sounds all right in the grand scheme of things. Now let's move on to Pool D. Splice, Optic Gaming, and G2 Esports. Now, G2, I'm not too sure what to expect from them. I'm really not. But Splice and Optic Gaming, based off online, you absolutely believe that Optic take this group, and fairly simply. But Splice have looked pretty decent as well, let's be honest. They've looked all right online. I expect big things from this team this year. They're full of champions. They're one of these teams that a lot of people looked at the start. I mean, I was guilty of it as well. I sort of thought, because I mean, Temp and Aqua, those two acquisitions from Splice didn't really fill me full of excitement about this team. But it just seems to work. You've got Looney, who just makes teams work. Accuracy was so good last year. Jed on this team, with all the aggression that it does have, outside of accuracy, then I think they're a very, very good prospect, and I'm really interested to see how things go. I'm going to predict... No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because I'll definitely squeeze another video out of that one. Anyway, those are the pools for Vegas. I'm going to make sure I get the graphic up for you guys just to review them once again. You've probably already seen them by now, but I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to get there. If I'm there, of course. If I'm there, of course, we'll find out soon. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, comment as well, and just let me know what your thoughts are on pools. I'm super excited. As said, I think Pool A is probably the strongest. Pool B behind that, then Pool D, then Pool C, I would say, in terms of order of how strong they are. But anyway, we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.